The camera opens on the dazzling stage of America's Got Talent, where spotlights sweep across an eager audience and judges sit poised for the next performance. Backstage, a small figure stands quietly among the chaos, a young Filipino girl named Mira from Cebu. Her dress is simple, her shoes worn, and her heart beats so loudly she can almost hear it over the noise. She clutches the microphone tightly, whispering a silent prayer for courage. A producer gently guides her forward, announcing that she's next. Mira takes a deep breath and steps into the light. The crowd quiets as she walks toward the center of the stage. Her nervous smile trembles when Simon Cowell asks where she's from. "I'm from Cebu, Philippines," she says softly, her voice carrying both humility and pride. The judges nod politely, but the skepticism is visible, her timid demeanor doesn't promise much. Mira explains that she grew up in a small fishing village, where her father fixed boats and her mother sold fruit at the market. Music was her escape, a dream she carried even when there was no stage to sing on. As she stands there, the silence feels heavy. The vastness of the room seems to swallow her whole. She can feel hundreds of eyes staring, some curious, others doubtful. Her fingers shake slightly as she adjusts the mic. Simon offers a faint, expectant nod, giving her the cue to begin. The music technician signals that the track is ready. Mira closes her eyes for a moment, thinking of home, the sound of waves, her family's faces, and the promise she made to make them proud. When she opens them again, there's a quiet determination in her gaze. This is her one chance, and she's ready to prove that even a poor girl from Cebu can shine. The music begins with a gentle piano melody that floats through the air, wrapping the stage in a fragile silence. Mira stands still, her eyes closed, hands trembling slightly around the microphone. Then she takes a deep breath and releases the first note, a soft, pure sound that cuts through the tension like light breaking through a storm. The audience instantly falls quiet. Her voice, delicate yet powerful, carries an emotion so raw that it pulls everyone in. Each word feels like it's coming straight from her soul, shaped by years of struggle, hope, and quiet resilience. Simon Cowell leans forward, his expression changing from skepticism to fascination. It's as if he can't believe what he's hearing. Mira's tone builds gradually, her voice expanding with each verse until it fills every corner of the auditorium. The pain of her past, the dreams of her family, the faith that brought her here, all of it pours out in her song. People in the crowd begin to wipe tears from their eyes, completely absorbed by the performance. As the music swells, Mira opens her eyes and looks up toward the lights. For the first time, she isn't nervous anymore. She's free, her fear replaced by confidence and grace. The notes soar higher, her voice echoing like it was meant for this very moment. Even Howie and Heidi exchange astonished glances, whispering to each other about how extraordinary she sounds. The room is no longer just an audition stage, it's a place of magic, where talent born in the humblest corner of Cebu is being witnessed by the world. The final line of the verse fades softly, and the entire audience sits frozen, breathless, waiting for what she will do next. In that silence, Mira stands tall, glowing under the spotlight. The final chorus rises like a wave, and Mira's voice soars above it with breathtaking strength. Every note is drenched in emotion, each word trembling with truth. When the music finally fades, the silence that follows is electric. For a split second, no one moves, then the entire crowd erupts into thunderous applause. People rise to their feet, shouting and cheering, their voices echoing across the theater. Mira stands frozen in disbelief, clutching the microphone as if afraid to let go of the moment. Tears begin to stream down her cheeks as the reality sinks in, she did it. She touched their hearts. Simon Cowell stands slowly, his expression soft but deeply moved. His eyes glisten, though he hides it behind his familiar serious face. Heidi and Sophia are already on their feet, applauding with wide smiles, and Howie claps so hard his hands turn red. The audience chants her name, Mira. Mira, over and over, filling the space with warmth and joy. Cameras zoom in on her trembling smile, capturing every tear, every gasp, every second of disbelief. Mira tries to speak, but her voice breaks. "Thank you," she whispers through her tears. "Thank you so much." The crowd only grows louder. Somewhere in the back, a Filipino flag waves proudly, and the audience cheers even harder. It's a moment that feels unreal, a poor girl from a small island in Cebu now standing on one of the biggest stages in the world, celebrated like a star. Simon looks at her with admiration and says quietly into his mic, "That was incredible." Mira wipes her tears, smiling shyly as golden lights shimmer around her. For the first time in her life, she feels seen, loved, and truly alive. The applause slowly fades as Simon Cowell raises his hand, signaling for silence. The audience quiets instantly, waiting for his reaction. Mira stands nervously on stage, her chest still rising and falling from the performance, tears glistening under the lights. Simon looks at her for a long moment, his expression unreadable. Then, he leans into the microphone and says softly, "Mira, you have no idea what just happened here, do you?" The audience murmurs, sensing something special. Simon's voice carries a rare warmth as he continues, "You walked out here shy, nervous, unsure of yourself. And then, you opened your mouth, and the world stood still." Mira covers her mouth, trembling, her heart pounding as Simon's words echo across the theater. He glances at the other judges and says, "I've been doing this show for a long time. But every few years, someone comes along who reminds us why we love music, why we love this show." His eyes soften. "You're one of those people. You're not just a good singer, Mira. You're a once-in-a-generation talent." The crowd begins to cheer again, sensing what's about to happen. Simon smiles for a brief moment, then slams the golden buzzer. In an instant, the entire auditorium explodes with sound. Golden confetti bursts from above, raining down like a storm of light. Mira gasps, falling to her knees, overwhelmed by joy and disbelief. She covers her face, sobbing as the confetti sticks to her hair and shoulders. Simon walks up to the stage, stepping through the golden haze. He bends slightly and says gently, "You just changed your life forever." Mira looks up at him through her tears and whispers, "Thank you, sir." The music swells again, the lights shimmer, and the crowd roars louder than ever. Simon smiles proudly, knowing he's just discovered something truly extraordinary. Within hours of her performance, Mira's audition becomes the talk of the internet. Clips of her singing spread like wildfire, on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok, collecting millions of views overnight. The caption reads, "Poor girl from Cebu shocks the world." News anchors replay her golden buzzer moment, calling it one of the most emotional auditions in AGT history. Comments flood in from across the globe, people writing how her voice gave them chills, how her humility made them cry. Mira wakes up in her small hotel room to hundreds of notifications, her name trending worldwide. She can hardly believe it, her dream has gone beyond the stage and into the hearts of millions. Back in Cebu, her entire village gathers around an old television in the town square. Children sit cross-legged on the ground, parents and elders cheering as Mira's performance plays again. Her mother stands near the front, tears streaming down her face as she whispers, "That's my daughter." Fishermen honk their boat horns in celebration, neighbors light candles and sing her song with pride. For them, Mira isn't just a contestant, she's hope itself. Weeks later, Mira returns home to a hero's welcome. The airport is packed with fans holding signs that read, "Cebu's superstar," and, "Proud of you, Mira." She steps off the plane, no longer the timid girl who once doubted herself, but a confident young woman glowing with gratitude. She hugs her family tightly, promising them a better life. Reporters surround her, asking what she wants to say to the world. Smiling through tears, she says, "Dreams don't belong to the rich or famous, they belong to those who never give up." As the camera fades out, her voice plays softly in the background, the same song that changed her life forever.